In this video, I'll be showing you some basic and low budget ways you can make your videos look nice and cinematic. My name is Xuan and I am an aspiring filmmaker who is also broke. So these tips are the actual tips that I use to make my own videos. We all gotta start somewhere, right? One note before we begin, the shots of me talking to the camera like this and some other shots where I'm trying to show an example of how to place the cameras and all that will be shot on my camera, which is the Sony ZV-E10, and the rest of the clips will be shot on my phone, which is the Redmi Note 12S, just to stick with the budget theme. Another note, some of the tips might require you to buy some things, but they're all under 100 ringgit, at least for the ones that I found and the ones that I've been using. And you don't have to get these things specifically. I really think that these will help you with making videos. Now with all the notes out of the way, let's get started. To shoot a video, you need to set up your camera, or in this case, your phone. And you need somewhere to place your phone. So this is where the first product that I'm going to recommend to come in. And you might already know this, it's a tripod. Having the tripod solves the problem of trying to find a place to put your phone when you're trying to record, or you don't have to do this the whole time. Especially with these kind of interview type talking head videos, it's much easier with a tripod. You can get a tripod on Shopee, Lazada, Amazon for less than 50 ringgit, but I really highly recommend that you get one that is aluminum, because the plastic ones can be a bit too flimsy, especially if you have a heavy camera or a heavier phone. It might just collapse, and that's not something that you want to do to your camera or phone. And while you're at it, grab yourself a phone holder or a phone clamp like this. And a lot of shops sell them together, they bundle them together with the tripod, so just pick that one up. But just the tripod can be a bit limiting, especially if you want to place your camera on an angle or a place that is not flat and is quite hard to reach. This is where a GorillaPod can come in. This was made popular by Casey Neistat, the famous YouTube vlogger, and I think that this is a tripod that everybody should have, especially if you want to make shots like this. All those shots that you saw were filmed on a GorillaPod. On my phone, on a GorillaPod. It's definitely not a necessity, but it can definitely help with your creative decisions when you want to think of what shots you need to make. By the way, did you see me using any type of lighting in that sequence? Technically, yes. You're not wrong if you said yes. My next tip is lighting. And for someone who's just starting out, lighting is a very expensive and heavy commitment that you need to get into if you want to just dump few hundred ringgit into it right away. Or, hear me out, sunlight. Knowing how the sun shines and how it affects your subject on camera, it can really be a cost-effective way to light up in your videos. And if you have a big window in your room, living room, dining room, use that. If you're filming outdoors, just make sure that the light is shining in a way that is fitting to your video. On that note, here are some different lightings that at different times of day, so you can take this as a reference to use for your future videos. Notice how at 12 PM or direct sunlight, my face looks like a raccoon. That's because the light source is directly above me. It's casting shadows from my forehead and my hair. For the best use of sunlight, try to film on a cloudy day. That way the sunlight is soft and diffused, makes for a flattering look. One pro tip, use the palm of your hand to see where the light is coming from. That way you can know where to position your subject better. And another tip, try not to use the lights on your ceiling. It works the same as direct sunlight. It's just gonna cast shadows. It doesn't look nice. Just try not to. Just lighting alone can be its own video, so if you want to know more, let me know down in the comments. Next up is audio. So what if you want to record a video that has audio and you don't have a condenser microphone? Or a wireless microphone? Well, this is where you can use this. Introducing your good old wired headphones. Wired headphones come with an audio recorder on the middle part, and it normally looks like this. So just place it on your shirt collar and use some bobby pins to secure it in and hide it behind the collar. And you can use some paper clips if you're using a lighter color shirt, like a white shirt, gray shirt. But I'm wearing black, so I'm using bobby pins, and just plug them into your phone. If you're using your phone to shoot the video and you don't have a spare phone, you can either use an old phone of yours or get a very long cable one. Just be careful not to trip on them because they are a tripping hazard. My phone has a headphone jack, some of your phones don't, I know, but it works the same regardless of the connector it will work exactly the same. They will have the same components. We have too many cables. Using this and it's closer to the subject, you can have a cleaner audio throughout, and the whole clip, the whole section of you hearing this now is recorded through this wired microphone. Now the next tip is background, and if you're shooting at home like me, you kind of have control of what the background is, because in the last tip of lighting that I said that you need to be shooting in front of a window to have the best lighting, you kind of forced to have only one corner to work in or one wall to work in. Nothing much to add here except please make it tidy. Nobody wants to watch a video then it's just a pile of mess in the back and it's distracting, it's annoying, it's ugly. Clean up your mess. Please. Clean up your mess. You can place some items behind you to show some personality, maybe like some plants, a lamp. If you have a lamp that's placed in your background, shine it away from you and shine it on the background so it creates a separation between you and the background. It makes it look nicer. At least by doing this, you have one clean corner to film your videos. The rest of the room can be Now moving on to type of shots you can use for your videos. This type of shot here is the talking head shot, and it's good practice to leave some headroom so it doesn't look like your subject is squished. And I've been talking for a very long time. So I'm gonna get coffee and I'm gonna just shoot down the descriptions and the shot types here while I'm gonna get coffee. Catch you later. So with these 5 tips, I hope that it can help level up your filming or just give you some new knowledge or help you even start filming. If you need help shooting a video or editing a video, do drop me an email here. We can talk more there. Reminder that all the equipment that I mentioned will be listed in the description below. You don't have to buy the exact one, just that these are the ones that I use and I recommend. If you found this video helpful, do leave a thumbs up and subscribe. It costs you nothing, but it means greatly to me and also shows that I know what I'm talking about. That's all for this video. Next video is on the way.